Hey there, welcome. If you're learning Korean, you know how tough it can be to find study methods that are, actually enjoyable. Well, if you're looking for a way to really improve your listening and connect with the culture on a deeper level, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to dive into an amazing way to learn the language through the music of a true Korean legend. So here's what we've got lined up. First, we'll talk about why music is such a game changer for language learning. Then, you'll meet your new favorite Korean teacher, Lee Moon-se. We'll break down exactly why his songs are so perfect for learners, explore how they help you unlock Korean emotions, and then, the best part, we'll give you a step-by-step plan to get started today. All right, let's jump right in. The whole idea of learning a language with music isn't just about making study time less of a chore. It's actually one of the most effective ways to really get inside a new language. I mean, let's be honest. For a lot of us, listening is the biggest wall we hit, right? You can memorize grammar rules and flashcards for days, but trying to understand what someone's actually saying in real time, that is a whole different ballgame. And that's exactly where music can be your secret weapon. Just think about it for a second. A 3-minute song is this incredible little package. You get pronunciation, you get the natural rhythm of a sentence, you get emotional context, and you get a piece of cultural storytelling, all wrapped up in one. You stop just translating words in your head and you start to actually feel the language. It's the difference between knowing what is said and understanding how and why it's said. So if music is our tool, who's the artist that's going to help us use it? Well, it's time to meet the man himself. Lee Moon-se is not just some singer. He is a cultural institution in Korea. Seriously, think of him like the Korean equivalent of a James Taylor or a Billy Joel. He's been around since the 80s, and his voice and his songs are just woven into the fabric of everyday Korean life. That's what makes him such an amazing guide for us. So what is it about him that makes his music so perfect for studying? Well, in a nutshell, it's the whole package. His songs tell these beautiful stories. The lyrics are basically poetry, and it's all delivered with this incredibly clear, smooth voice that gives you a direct window into Korean life and culture. Okay, now for the good stuff. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of why his songs are such a goldmine for Korean learners. This is where we break down the mechanics of the method. The first, and maybe most important, piece of the puzzle is his unique singing style. It's not about being flashy or hitting crazy high notes. It's something much, much more valuable for someone trying to learn the language. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. He sings like he's talking to you. This is huge. It means you're not just learning stiff, formal Korean from a textbook. You're actually practicing the natural rise and fall, the real rhythm of how people actually speak. And let's look at the practical side of this. Because he sings with these long, steady breaths, you can hear every single vowel sound so clearly, which is often a huge struggle with faster music. The tempo's usually pretty chill, so you can keep up, and maybe most importantly, he pronounces every word distinctly. There's no blurring, so you can really focus on what you're hearing. Okay, so his voice is perfect, but that's only half the story. The other key is the lyrics themselves. This is just as important. His songs don't use a lot of complicated slang or dense grammar. Instead, they feel like simple poems. They're built on short, clear sentences that tell a story, which makes them super accessible, whether you're just starting out or you're a bit further along. And, I mean, just look at the difference here. On one side, you've got a lot of modern pop that can be super fast, full of slang, honestly, a nightmare to follow for a learner. But on the other side, you have Lee Moon-se's music. It's all about storytelling, timeless themes, and simple, repeatable sentence patterns. You're not just learning random vocabulary, you're learning useful sentence structures you can actually use. So this brings us to an even deeper level. Because using his music isn't just about memorizing words and grammar. It's about understanding the heart of the language. You know how when you first hear a song in another language, it can kind of just sound like a wall of noise? Well, the magic happens after you sit down and actually read the lyrics. Suddenly, everything clicks. You don't just recognize the words anymore, you start to understand the feeling behind them. His music is basically a masterclass in core Korean emotions. You'll start to really feel concepts like grim, that deep, bittersweet sense of longing, or chuok, that warm nostalgia for past memories. And you'll even start to get a sense of jong, that uniquely Korean idea of deep affection and connection that's so much more than just love. And that right there is the key.
You stop doing a literal word-for-word translation in your head, and you start to grasp the real feeling inside the sentence. That is the bridge to true fluency.
Okay, so you're probably thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually do it? Let's get practical. Here's a simple step-by-step plan you can start using, like, right now. Here's your 6-step cycle. It's super easy. First, just watch the song on YouTube with subtitles on to get the general idea. Then, read through just the Korean lyrics, nice and slow. Step 3, pick out just 5 or 10 keywords to learn. Then, listen to the song again. You are going to be amazed at how much more you pick up. Step 5 is the fun one, sing along. It is incredible practice for your pronunciation. And finally, just listen to the song again the next day to lock it all in. And if you need a place to start, try one of these 2 classics. When Autumn Comes is just this beautiful, gentle song about nature. And Gwanghwaman Love Song is an iconic ballad that will transport you right to the heart of Seoul. Both are perfect for beginners. Because in the end, that's what this is all about. This method is so powerful because it takes you way beyond grammar charts and vocabulary lists. It connects you directly to the heart and soul of the Korean language and its people. So really, the only question left is, are you ready to press play and start listening to Korean in a whole new way?